Zion versus Crolla. One of my favorite things about this whole pairing was the joy in their weigh-in. They shared a sweet and they had a little laugh and like they were smiling at you. Like it wasn't spiteful smiling like when you see some smiles where it's just like trying to wind up the other person. They were genuinely having a great time in the ring, like such a joy on their faces at the end. And I personally believe that we could do with more of that energy across the board. Like also when like Parker called out Usyk recently, it was just that comedy video. Like it doesn't always have to be these dramatic moments. Like you can sell a fight with joy, with laughter, with comedy, with jest, with satire, and I think just their joy is infectious. Personal opinion, you don't have to agree. Anyway, on to the fight. I thought this was a brilliant fight. I actually thought this was a much better performance from Zion from his last fight. I felt like his energy was more grounded. He was more disciplined. He was more. There was a lot of like showboating and sort of ego in the last fight I felt with Silva. This one I felt like we got a much better performance out of him, much cleaner. I know that Silva has a different. Was a taller with a longer reach, which meant he had to, alter his game plan. But I mean, to be fair, Crolla is taller. But anyway, I thought this was a great performance from him, and I think that he did a really, really good job. And I was actually sort of happy for it to go either way based on both performances. But I think for me, watching Zion's last fight, this was a great show from him. I think Crolla, this is his 8th win, undefeated so far. I think he put on a really, really, really good performance. I think, I do think that it must always be hard to have, famous fighter family members or famous people in your family who have done the thing that you're doing, because you will always have comparisons and different judgments and stuff. However, you also have that level of knowledge in your corner. He did a cracking job. It was a really, really, really enjoyable 6 rounds. It just felt like they were in there to really, really box and both prove themselves, and it was a great energy. And yeah, really enjoyed that one.